It just stopped.
So we dropped the rigs off, jumped back in the car to take Gabby to the only place any European that visits Texas wants to go. Golden Corral.
Yes.
Because are you eating your toes?
Oh my goodness, she's that hungry.
If y'all can see that, she's eating her toes.
Yeah.
That is. She's hungry too.
Yes.
Yeah. So
we're all hungry.
So just to let you know, in Europe, buffets are not a thing.
No.
Sure, they have some somewhere, but that's not a thing.
Yeah.
When you come to America, you got to go to the Crane Trough.
Yeah.
You got to go to the open buffet.
It's affordable.
It's the foundation of America.
It's the best bang for your buck.
Just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So we're gonna go fill up and have some fun and wash this day behind us.
Baby, it's now or never. Gotta leave this town and I know what you're asking for. You say it's out of my reach, but I can't pretend no more. 'Cause for as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to surrender when reaching for the dream keeps me alive.
The bicycle tire is dangling.
It's dangling from the back.
It's dangling from the bike and it's about to fall into the road.
That is priceless. Well, you know, we are on I-10 and there is no rest area, so that thing's gonna dangle for a hot minute. Just watch out and put some distance in case it falls off.
That's why I'm way back here.
Yeah, I don't have a place to pull over. My bike never gets ridden. I guarantee it's not my bike. Well, maybe.
Ask Mama because mine's new.
Maybe. Mine's probably rusted.
Yes, it is.
The last time that got ridden was Mackinac. And that's probably the only time.
Interstate might take me nowhere. Anywhere is better than the places I have been. Sunsets in my rearview mirror, a projection of my old life faded.
Up next we have Miss Emily S. Who has the cutest glasses in the house, by the way. She worked very hard to go wash your face, everything will get organic. Next we have Miss Sophia. This one is one of my particular favorites. Very detailed.
So, did you have fun making your float?
Yes,
Your
I
monograph float?
Yes. Flowers.
You say it's out of my reach, but I can't pretend no more. 'Cause for as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to surrender when reaching for the dream keeps me alive.
Where's my bicycle, by the way?
I'm telling you, if you just leave the bikes on the rig, none of this would happen.
Well, we lost half of one.
See, this is what happens when you ride your bike. If you leave it on the rig, nothing ever happens.
Then what's the point of having a bike?
We're RVers. RVers don't ride bikes.
Alright, so today is my favorite day of all days because it's honey-do list time. So I'm gonna show you what Lee's doing. Well, So what are you doing for me today?
Today's the worst day ever.
It's not.
Guess what she has me doing? Honeydews.
It's awesome.
And on the top of the list is to fix the water heater.
Oh yes. Luckily the propane is still working, but the electric part is broken once again.
You know, they make water heaters with two different functions, the gas and the electric, for one reason. If one breaks, you have all the time in the world to just forget about it because you still have hot water. Not to fix it.
Right. Well,
No.
I'm excited.
So ours, the electric side, is broken.
Is that the third time?
So highest fail on the rig, highest fail, water heater. You're always going to be doing your water heater. It's either leaking or broke. So hot water is a luxury. Right now, if you remember back in season 2, we actually fixed the water heater and it was a relay. Now we have no idea, and I'm thinking it's the element. So I'm actually going to the back to check the element first, but I gotta get the wall down.
Why do we even keep that wall closed? Just keep it all down since you have to go back there all the time.
You know, a lot of people, they'll cut it in half. That way you can
okay.
actually still see over it and not put it all up. It's actually a great idea.
Yeah,
It's not on my honeydew list.
that is true.
This is for people that have all the time in the world to just do nothing. That's like all those fancy projects you see. No, when you're running and traveling and you have a schedule, you don't do anything. It's called procrastination. That's your honeydew list.
That's what we're the best
You're
at.
like, I'll get it to it later. It's no big deal. Oh, random screws, I don't worry about it. I got a whole mountain of screws just everywhere. We'll figure out where they go later. So I guess on a beautiful Sunday, we'll
That's what we do.
start taking walls down. So guess what?
What?
It's not leaking.
Well, that's good. Nobody's screaming at us. Squeal, squeal. But I don't even know where you start on this.
You mean right there?
Jeez. Yeah. I'm going to leave you to that. So I think I'm taking the girls to the playground.
Yeah, before you leave, you can hand me my multimeter.
Yeah, I can do that. Is that the right one?
Yep.
The Fluke
My
multimeter?
Fluke multimeter. That's all you need.
Yes. I'll open it for you. Hold on. Wow, and my job is done now. Here.
That's all you need.
Great. So, what are you doing now?
I'm making a couple of quick checks.
Okay.
So before I go running around inside, I'm actually going to verify here that I'm actually getting the power before it goes to the back.
Yeah.
Because if you remember the last time that we did this, you go down to this brown wire and make sure you have 12 volts,
Yeah.
then pretty much everything coming to the circuit card and the relay on the back is good. So I'm gonna check here, check the back. If everything's working right, it's gonna either be that circuit board or the elements burn up.
Okay.
So it's one of the two. All right.
So this is what you need the multimeter for?
AC, DC. We're actually going to DC for your battery.
And AC is for sure.
So basically, we've got the electric portion turned on. By going to this bottom brown wire, I know that all of the 12 volts is going everywhere it needs, because right now it's going to go from that yellow wire to the back. So if I just measure real quick, I've got power.
Yeah.
Power's coming everywhere. So it can only now be two things, either that board or in the back, the relay or the element, just like it was last time. Last time it was the relay.
Okay.
$10 relay done, back in business. Now, pretty sure it's the element. After 3 years, probably burn up or just corroded.
Yeah,
So who
maybe.
knows? So anyway, you can see right there 12 volts. So now
Well, what's the tip is
go to the back.
troubleshoot start with the easiest part and then make your way to the back.
Always start with the easiest part. Never make it hard for yourself.
Yeah. Here we go. More tools. And I better take this. What is this?
Another tool.
I mean, if you kept the basement more organized, I would see the things that we have.
All right, basically to take off the cap on the back of the water heater, just grab a 3/8 inch deep well and a little flexible extension. And that way you can just get right in there, take off that screw and just pull that little cap off. And that'll access all of the live electricity. So also make sure you pull all the power. Don't be running power on the rig when you've got 120 volts sitting there ready to go on that heating element. So be careful, guys. All right, there's the relay and there's the heating element. And that's really what you're doing. Once you hit the switch, that relay is going to allow the power to go through onto that heating element right there. So that is the 12 volts coming in for the relay, and that is the 120 volts coming in for the heating element. So once you heat your switch on your app or your panel, that right there, the 12 volts, is going to allow that relay to go click, and then this shore power is always sitting here live, and it's just waiting for that command to go straight into that heating element right there and start heating it up. What we're not hearing is when we hit the app, when we turn it on, we're not hearing the relay go click. So probably a bad relay again. All right, if you just push out on the relay, it's actually going to pop out. And that way you have a little bit more access to it. And that's where we're at right now. So there's the relay, and just kind of slides in.
So what's the good news and bad news?
Well, there's definitely bad news. I'm trying to find the good news.
What do you mean?
So checking the part number for the relay that I have, that's the relay. Checking the actual part number, I have a 24 volt DC, not a 12 volt DC relay. So be very careful when you order on Amazon to make sure you have a 12 volt DC relay, because it would take 24 volts to switch this relay, not the 12 volts from your battery. So it means even if it looks the same, looks identical, but just one little number on there makes this useless. So we're gonna have to order a new one.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in our Amazon account. That way, if you guys run into the same issue, you know right where to go, because they're not easy to find. So at least you know from trial and experience from our end that we actually have been through this before. So yeah, so this is the second time that that's failed in 3 years.
That's weird.
I know. And I have the wrong relay. Actually, technically, I have 2 of the wrong relays. Because remember, they do come in a pack. So that's garbage.
Man.
All right, we were so close to having everything work the first time. But that's not RV life.
Well, good that we have propane, so it's not that bad of a news.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to leave it connected because you don't want live electricity just kind of flailing around. So when we get the new one, we will come back in here and then swap it out, put it back together, and
good to go.
Good to go. But
so,
at least one, we didn't call anyone to come and troubleshoot it, which saved us hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's only a $10 relay. So
that's awesome.
$10 and some labor. That's all it takes.
Well,
right.
Don't celebrate yet, because
Why?
There's more on the list.
What? Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no. Oh no. Look, I saved hundreds of dollars, so we
Yeah.
can go like have a good lunch somewhere,
Really?
right? I'm thinking barbecue. All right.
So since we have our toddler that's potty training, or she's now potty trained, we decided to upgrade our toilet lid. And it actually has an insert so that she can go potty on the same lid, which is perfect. However, this is a really heavy lid and it's been rubbing, as you can see, on the wallpaper. So Lee and I came up with a great idea. We bought some some tile that you stick on the wall, and so we're just going to cover it here so it stops rubbing all this wallpaper off. And that's what he gets to do next. How awesome. I love this because it really blends into the color scheme of the bathroom. So this is the closest we can get to matching the bathroom. So I think it's going to look nice. So do you think it's going to be a hard job?
No. This is all peel and stick. So you basically you're just gonna put it on right there and put the other one on right here and you're done.
Do you think you need the water scale?
You know, water scale for this, and it's a box beam level. So that's what it's gonna look like.
That's awesome. How pretty.
Once I peel and stick it.
I think the first one is the hardest one.
Yeah, everything else follows this.
Yep.
And gives a little pizzazz.
It does.
You're like, I like it.
Yeah, it's like redecorating your RV.
Peel and stick. Just put those in the groove.
I only waited 6 months for you to do this.
I mean, this is exhausting. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is.
Oh my gosh, that took like 2 seconds.
I mean, I don't know if I can do this again.
Now for the test. Perfect. Especially for the little one because she loves to slam that thing on the wall. That's perfect. So we're out and about today at the Camp Fimfo RV Park, and the girls are doing a scavenger hunt. They're super excited. So let's go and see what they can find. Don't you have a map?
Yep.
Doesn't it give you like a hint?
Well, I see the gem, but it's only a circle. It's between the gem and the golf course.
Between the gem and the golf course. Did you check the tree?
No, I did not. I didn't really see that much.
There's your first letter.
Yep, right here.
We had to climb really steep stairs for this, didn't we?
Yeah.
But the scenery is absolutely incredible.
And there's prickly cactuses.
Yes.
Or cacti. I don't know how you say it.
So we found our first letter of the scavenger hunt. So we're super excited. What do you think, girls?
I am so excited that our first letter was the letter L.
And you only have like 30 more to go.
Oh,
What do you think, Emily?
good.
Don't fall. You gotta stay in the middle, not hang out. There's nothing better than taking a break on this really hard scavenger hunt right in a hammock. How awesome.